Welcome, welcome. I hope you had a really lovely Easter weekend. We did. I'm Una Alexander, and I'm here to help you radically love your child to happiness and naturally great behavior. Now, last week I was looking for my lipstick. You know, I'm not big on makeup actually, but I like a bit of lipstick when I'm doing a video. And I was recording a video and I wanted my lipstick. So I looked on my desk where I keep it sometimes. And when it wasn't there, I went into the bathroom. It wasn't there. I then looked in my handbag, you know, not only in the handbag, but in that zippy little pocket in the handbag where I sometimes keep it. But it wasn't in any of those three places. And then when I realized it wasn't in any of the three places where it should be, I didn't know what to do. I thought, well, I can't have looked properly because those are the places where it is, right? So I went back to look on my desk, wasn't there, went to the bathroom, wasn't there, went to my handbag again, looked in exactly the same zippy pocket again, it wasn't there. And then I did that routine again because those were the places, you know, my lipstick was meant to be, and if it wasn't there, I didn't know where to look. And then I thought, well, I must have just lost it. I must have lost my lipstick. At that point, my son came into the room and he saw me looking a bit, I don't know what, disgruntled or confused or something. And he said, what's wrong? And I said, well, I've lost my lipstick. I've looked in all these three places where it's meant to be, and it's not in any of them. And then he kind of pondered for a moment. And he said, what about that time when you went on a walk a couple of days ago with a friend? And what about that? And then I suddenly realized, oh, I used another bag, and I went to look in that bag, and there it was. And I had been completely stuck in this is where, you know, these are the places where it should be. And I wasn't even able to see any other possibilities. And I think this can happen in our parenting too, that we get stuck in certain ways of dealing with things and certain kind of ways of thinking about things as well, and not realizing that actually we're just kind of repeating the same things that didn't work last time and probably not going to work for us again this time. And so today I thought I would highlight for you 3 of the most common parenting traps that I see that we get ourselves stuck in without kind of even realizing they're trapped. And what's interesting about these traps is that we particularly get stuck in them if we're trying to be a good parent. And you're definitely, oh, I see a few people are watching, so great to have you there. Do say hi, so I know you're there. That would be lovely. And you're definitely a good trying to be a good parent, right? If you're watching this video because, you know, you're interested in these types of things. So am I. So we have that in common. And so what I was saying was, what was I saying? Yeah, so there are these 3. So the first one is this. The first trap that I see us getting stuck in is the trap of explanation and correction. We think we need to, when our children do something we don't want them to do, you know, spit, hit, be rude, kick, you know, whatever it is, we think we need to explain and correct a lot. And we almost feel it's like a kind of parental duty, especially, and it's true that it is expected out there in society, isn't it, when we're mixing with other parents, that we should kind of tell our child off and do a lot of explanation and so on. So it is expected. And so we can get stuck in that trap. And a sign that you might be in this trap, maybe you're not, maybe you are, is that you may find yourself taking your child aside and, you know, doing an explanation thing. Or you may kind of find yourself telling your child, you know, the consequences of that kind of behavior and people won't like you and that kind of thing. So those are the kind of, so that's a picture of the trap. And I remember there was one client, she was a teacher who was particularly kind of, I would say, stuck in this trap because she was doing it really well. I mean, she was a teacher, she knew how to do this stuff. And I remember the moment in our first session where I recommended, you know, just not doing 90%, 95% of all that stuff. anymore. And there was a look of kind of a mixture of confusion on her face, but also relief, because that stuff is tiring, right? And also a kind of aha of, oh yeah, maybe I've been barking up the wrong tree. Maybe I've been barking up the wrong tree. So that's the first parenting trap. And the second parenting trap that I see quite a lot is about us as parents getting worried about upsetting our children, worried about their reaction. Because there's been a lot of information shared over the last century, particularly in the last decades, about how we can potentially, or how kind of neglectful or cold treatment can harm our children. So naturally, we don't want to do these. We don't want to make these kind of fatal mistakes. Maybe we felt something was lacking in our own parenting, so we just don't want to. We don't want to go there. But this can become a trap if we kind of need our children to be happy all the time. And a sign that you might be in this trap is that you feel like you're walking on eggshells around your child, or you might feel that they're very demanding or cranky, easily upset and kind of demanding a lot of things. Those are the kinds of things. And in fact, I was just talking to a lovely mum last week who was talking about how stressed she feels because the pockets of time in between her child's demands are so small, when she can kind of go off and make her a sandwich or do some little bit of cleaning up or something. Because, as she revealed, she feels that she mustn't upset her child. And so this can be another pattern. And it's exhausting as well when you're stuck in this kind of parenting trap, as I call them. And the third one is this. The third one, and I do come across this quite a lot, it's that there's no way out of this. We've tried everything, and this is just how it is. I'm like this, my child is like that. It's never going to get any better. And I think you can feel the kind of how tricky that is of a belief to be living with. It's a bit like me in a very small scale. When I thought, oh, well, I've lost my lipstick, so, what next? There isn't really a way out of that one. So just like my son who came in and gave me a new idea, I'm here to help you find a really new focus, a way out that really works. So you're not just tweaking the old thing, but really focusing on something completely different, which changes everything. And that is the relationship, your relationship with your child. Because if these things are happening, like you're kind of constantly correcting, explaining, and those things that I just mentioned, and they keep on coming up, then it's a sign that there are areas of your relationship with your child which need attention. These are needs that they are expressing, which are wanting attention. So in the first case, it's about let me see. Yeah, if you're in the kind of explanation and correction kind of cycle or trap, it's about your child needing more understanding. And if you're in the, just looking down from my notes, if you're in the worry about upsetting your child trap or causing damage, right, your child needs you to trust them that they're okay. They need you to trust them more to be okay. And the third one, if you're in that cycle of or that trap of feeling, this is just how it is, we can't get any better. This is just, I've tried everything. Your child needs you to believe in the possibility that you can be more peacefully together, that you can be happier together, that your relationship can improve and you can feel more comfortable. With each other at those times of conflict don't need to feel so bad or bad at all, right? So this is simple in a way. I've summarized it all like 1, 2, 3, but it's not easy, as we know, because anything to do with relationships in life is I don't want to say complicated, but it requires attention. And that's why I set up my beautiful challenge, my Reset Your Relationship with Your Child in 5 Days free challenge. I ran it last year. It was a huge success. People had fabulous transformations, children just leaving off their favorite game, whether it's cafes or Lego or whatever, going upstairs happily to bed. Arguments averted. You can go to the page and you'll be able to see the comments that people made about the shifts and changes that they were able to make. So it's happening again. That's why I'm talking about it. It's starting on Monday, April the 19th. So that's when children go back to school in UK. And yeah, it all happens within 5 days. It's my 5-step relationship reset plan. And yeah, I'd love for you to join us. I really would. I really recommend grabbing this opportunity to work with me for a week for free. You get my individual feedback on your comments and your shares. And, it is the greatest of fun. It's a fabulous group. And, I'd love you to be there. The link is unaalexander.co.uk/reset-21. All right, sorry, I got that wrong. Reset-2021. Okay, and I'll put it in the comments below as well, so you can find it there. So lots of love to you. Hope this was enlightening and helpful, and I do hope to see you on the challenge very soon. Lots of love. Bye bye.